Okay, guys, I will start first. Uh, Today, I'm going to talk about a few things related to app distribution. Uh, these stuff are not very particularly exciting or sexy in any kind of way, but if you are iOS developer, you are PM or QA, you definitely encounter these things. And some of them are very confusing if you are not familiar with them. So yeah, that's hopefully I can clear some of them in this session. Yeah. So particularly, I am going to talk about three parts, three things. First one is as developer count. Uh, how many apps developer accounts we have and how to use them, or what's the difference between them. And second one is the most difficult part, is code signing process. It involves the certificates, involves the FIDs, involves creating profiles. If you heard of this kind of term before, you probably could pay attention to this part. And last one is the new stuff, new thing with iOS 8. It's called test-file beta testing. It kind of provide a new way to distribute the betas to testers. And because we have App Manager to do this job, so whether this new stuff can help us, I will talk about this here. So to start with the iOS developer. So iOS developer program has basically three types of the program. So you need to pay Apple to join the program to have the developer account. So first one is a standard program, which is $99 per year. This account can you can distribute apps to Apple Store, and you can develop apps or run apps on your own devices. And the second one is enterprise account, which is $299 per year. It's this one by right is used for distribute apps within the organization or companies. We use this account as a way to distribute betas for our clients. And particularly this enterprise account, you cannot distribute to Apple Store. So some of the Apple Store features is not available in enterprise account. For example, the in-app purchase and the game center. And the last one is a university program. It's for students in the university. So very famous is the Stanford CS193T program. You can download the course in iTunes U. It provides a university account, but you cannot distribute App Store. So we have two accounts. First one is the enterprise account. So for development, we use this account to deploy and test app on the devices. And it will run through the Xcode. And for distribution, we distribute the app on App Manager. So App Manager is a way to distribute beta apps to, for example, PMs, QAs, and of course clients. And then we also use App Manager to distribute some client app. For example, the Intel IMS. They don't want to submit to Apple Store, and they just want to distribute the app internally for their clients. So that's another way, another use of App Manager. Second account is a standard account. We use this account for testing features that are not available in enterprise account. For example, the in-app purchase. So, for example, Zaobao and the EcoChow, we use this account to test the sandbox in-app purchase account. For distribution, because this account, you can only use this account to distribute the App Store. So we use it for some of the internal apps, our own apps, for example, Hunger Snap, and there's a beep. I think the beep was done by can't remember who. Yeah, but it's available in the App Store. You can download them, and we also have a few clients which dispute their account. For example, for instance, but it's not very common because usually clients have their own Apple developer accounts. Okay. So in each of the accounts, we have several roles. First one is the team agent. Team agent is the main primary responsibility for this account. So each account has only one team agent, and we have a few of the main. Currently, all the leads on the both Vietnam and the Singapore office have the admin roles, so it can invite members, create, edit, delete, and approve the certificate and release the files. And the rest of the developer will be members who can only submit a development certificate and download the other certificate and release the files. And speaking of the two accounts, there's a quite interesting problem here. Identical name, because both accounts has the same name. It's our company name, and it's very difficult to choose account in Member Center or Xcode. So if you are an iOS developer, you will definitely face this problem. And the workaround, it would be just use different emails or different app IDs. So this is the problem. When you go to Member Center, you will see the same names. You don't know which account is which. Okay, both of them are for different media. And in Xcode, in X5 and Xcode, you can select team. But if you are in the two accounts have the same name, so you cannot tell which one is which team is which team. So the solution, all the workaround is we also try to ask Apple to choose a name, change the name, but because the name is tied to the legal name of our company, so you cannot change it. So the workaround is just use different email. So here I use my email for the standard account and use, because we use Gmail, right? So actually you can prefix your email name, let's say plus whatever, and you can create a new email. So I use this to create a new different app ID. That's how I just fix this problem. So now I can easily know which one is which. First one is the enterprise account, the second one is the normal account. Yeah, it's a silly problem, but I show the workaround I use. Okay, so this is the developer account we use. By the code signing. So why do we need code signing, or why Apple require code signing? So the code signing is ensure that your app is built and signed by legitimate by you and a trusted team member, which means you buy the Apple Developer Program, and only the steps signed by this by you or by your team member can run on the device, and only these apps can run certain devices. So all these kind of rules, they use code sign to ensure that. So the process looks like this. So you have on your local machine, you have private keys in your keychain, and in the Apple's portal or Apple server, you have they have the public key and certificate, and you create an app ID in the center. You register the testing devices, and all these are combined into a preliminary file. And using the code sign program will combine all these together into a signed binary. So the signed binary will distribute with your app. So there are a few concepts here: the certificate, app IDs, device UIDs, and the preview profiles. So I will explain them one by one. So what is certificate? Certificate is, I don't want to go into details of the private key, public key thing, but you can just consider as a name. So this is a name for this developer or name for this account, and you can trust that if you have this certificate, then you are definitely the person you are claiming to or the team you are claiming to. So for a certificate, we have normally in the iOS development, you will deal with the development and the distribution certificate. The development certificate is used for run apps on the devices when you do a local development through App Store. Distribution certificate is used for submit your app to App Store or in our case, in the enterprise case, it's used for app submit to the app manager. And another type of certificate is for push notifications. So the push notification certificate is used, for example, if we use Urban Airship to manage our push notification, the Urban Airship need to use this to connect the Apple server. Say, this developer trusts us to communicate with you. So this is another type of cert. So both types have development cert and production cert. Development for local development. So like I said, it's used for run your device on App Store, through App Store. And the production is for distribution to App Store and distribution in-house, which is App Manager in our case. And push notification also have two. Development is used for local development, and the production is for submitting to App Store. Okay, so related to certificate, there's another concept, sign identity. Basically, it's certificate is a name plus your public key, and the sign identity is a private key. So Apple server has your certificate, and your local machine has your certificate plus your private key. So the certificate plus private key combined as a sign identity to use to sign your app. So this is the certificate. Another concept is app ID. So app ID basically is App ID basically is a string to match one or multiple apps. So it looks like it's consist of team ID plus bundle ID. So if you want to match one app, you are going to use the explicit app ID, which is just your team ID plus the whole bundle ID. But you can also have a wildcard app ID to match multiple ones. So you have to use the wildcard symbol. For example, this example matches all the apps that have the com.media prefix of the bundle ID. So next one is the device UIDs. It's just a unique device identifier, which means every single device has this unique ID. So it's used to identify this device. Okay. So next, the preview profile. So preview profile is just you can treat it as a file that has all the information. For example, what is a certificate? What is that ID? What is the device UID? So the purpose is you to when you install an app on the device, the iOS will use the preview file bundled embedded inside the app. to decide who is the developer. So this is the legitimate developer, and what is the app? So what is the app that has registered? So whether this app ID matches the app, the bundle ID inside the app. Another is which devices this app can run. So they use all this information to decide whether this app can be installed on the devices. So when you, for example, download the app from App Manager, if the app cannot be installed, you probably need to check these three things: whether the certificate is correct, whether app ID is correct. So you check inside your memory center and check the bundle ID, and whether this device is added into the preview profile. Okay. So there are also two types of preview file. First one is the development. So it's kind of very similar to the certificate. You have development and you have development certificate and production certificate. And here you have development preview profile and distribution preview profile. So development preview profile is used to run the app on the device through Xcode. So typically you only need the team preview profile. Later I will explain what is a team preview profile. And you also have distribution preview profile. It's just similar to the certificate. You have ad hoc distribution profile and the Apple Store profile for the standard account, and the enterprise in-house profile for the enterprise account. Okay, so this is the team profile. What is a team profile? A team profile is match all the devices and match all the apps, and it contains all the certificates in your teams. So, for example, it will use a wildcard app ID to match all the apps, and it will add in all the devices that are registered in the memory center, and it also includes all the certificates that the team has created. So in the normal day-to-day development, you only need to use a team profile, because you can run all the apps in any devices, as long as you register devices in memory center. Okay. For ad hoc preview file, it's using the distribution cert, which is the same as the Apple Store cert. So basically, you can use the ad hoc profile to test the Apple Store field. So sometimes, if we didn't test properly in the App Store environment, maybe the API server URL is wrong, and if some kind of ID, for example, for the Facebook ID or your local analytics ID is wrong, so you can only use the ad hoc profile to test, because it uses a distribution search, which is the same as Apple Store search. Yeah, next one is the store profile. It's the App Store, so you use this to submit the app to Apple Store. So you see, these are the things that are related to the code signing process. Okay. So far, any questions for this? If no, I'm going to next section. Test fly beta testing. So, a bit history. TestFly is a standalone service. Actually, we used TestFly a long time ago, before we have App Manager. It was acquired by Apple this year, and it was released as a new Apple Store services with a release of iOS 8. So TestFly is, as the name suggests, it's a beta testing service. But instead of UDID, which we mentioned before that use a device UDID and preview profile to distribute the app. It's not using any UDID. It's using the emails. So it removes all the troubles of get the device from the testers and then register the device in your member center. And then you need to create a correct preview profile, or you don't need these kind of troubles to do. So TestFly beta testing. For the testers, you only need to install the TestFly iOS app, and you can install app inside the app. You can update, and you can also view the details of the app. And for developer, it's a simple process of submitting app to App Store. You just archive your apps in App Store and click submit. And you use the iTunes Connect to manage the pre-release versions and manage the testers. So I show the before I show the screenshots. So there are two kinds of testing in the TestFly. One is internal and external. So you can have up to 25 internal testers per account. What does it mean internal? Internal means it's a member set with technical or admin roles in iTunes Connect account. So you need to register your iTunes account for the internal testers. But for external tests, you can have up to 1,000 testers. You don't need anything. You don't need assign any roles in your iTunes Connect. Just need their email. But it requires a beta app review. But usually it's very fast. It's 1 day, and it must meet all the Apple Store review guidelines.
If you update the external tester, does it review again?
Yeah, you need to review again. But it is, in the documentation, it says if you don't have major change, you don't need to review. You don't need to submit review if you don't have major change in your app. But
So the update review is optional.
App review is optional. Yeah. Okay. So for developer, this is a step you need to do. Create an iTunes Connect report. Just create an app if you use the app and upload build from Xcode or using application loader, and add some description or what needs to be tested, and then just click enable TestFly beta testing, and it will send an email notification to the testers. So this is what that looks like. So you archive the app into the archives. You click submit. It's the same as submit to Apple Store. Choose your team and review all the entitlements. Submit. Okay, and go to iTunes Connect. You will see a new tab called pre-release. Inside that build list all the builds you upload. So there's a new build we just submit. It's in processing. To update success. This is the new version we just upload. Okay. So if there's a switch there, if you enable the TestFly beta testing, then it will send the email notification to testers. Okay, here you can add the app description and the word test. Some other more information. If you want to do the external testing, you need to provide the information for app beta review. Very similar to the real app source submission. Okay, here is how do you manage the testers' internal test. So all these testers are either technical roles or admin roles inside this iTunes Connect account. Okay. For external testers, you just add email here. So for testers, you install the TestFly app, and when you receive the invitation email, you click the open in TestFly to accept the invitation. So just click install. It's like the Apple Store app, like installing app in App Store. Okay. So for beta app, you will see an orange dot before the name. Yeah. Okay. So compare the testing, TestFly beta testing and the App Manager. So TestFly requires a standard account, but App Manager requires an enterprise account. And you upload built-in Xcode with for the TestFly. But for App Manager, you need to archive and export the IPA file and upload the file in browser. Both TestFly and our App Manager support CI. We already implement the Track CI support for App Manager, and the limitation of tester is TestFly, as I said, up to 25 internal testers and up to 1,000 external testers. But our App Manager doesn't have this kind of limitations. Both don't require any user IDs. For App Manager, we only need to build with our enterprise server, and we don't need any user IDs. And for TestFly, if you want to external testing, it requires the beta app review. And TestFly requires iOS 8 and later. App Manager doesn't have this requirement. So in conclusion,
what is CI?
Oh, CI is a continuous integration service.
What is that?
Oh, so it means, for example, I can do the development and I push the code to GitHub. This service will pick up the code I push and run the build, archive, and create the app and upload to App Manager.
Okay.
So it also can run the test. For example, unit test.
The Xcode does it?
No, it's a separate service.
Okay.
We use the Track CI. Yeah. So, so the developer, if let's say you ask developer to upload a build, he doesn't need to go to export, archive, export, and upload the API file to the App Manager. You just need to commit the code and push to GitHub.
We don't do it so far, right?
Only a few projects implement this, but I push all the developers to try it out.
Okay.
So hopefully we have all projects to implement. So actually TestFly is very, because you need to submit for the external testing, you need to submit an app to Apple for review. So sometimes I think we encounter this problem before. For example, we implement some kind of features. We don't know whether Apple allows it or not. So we actually can use this external testing to go through this review process. So we don't need to, we can let Apple review the app in the very early development. We don't need to finish all the development and submit the app. So here are some links for TestFly. Yeah, that's it. Any questions?
TestFly, is this still using a certificate? Does this still install a certificate? Sorry, provision profile on your device?
Yeah, but it uses Apple Store. It's the same as the Apple Store now.
Last time you could install the profile.
Yeah, last time it's from Apple.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to make a change to the whole brand because I think it's a bit late. So you go and now you might